Hi everyone! In this video I am going to walk you through the ground rules for converging in creative processes. Converging is the stage where you evaluate and focus options that can move forward. Before diving into the mindset and ground rules for converging, let us first better understand how we normally approach selection and decision making. Therefore, we will start with an exercise. Imagine you are an investor who specializes in smartphone-related innovations. Which idea would you invest in for further development? I will pitch 4 of my latest concepts. And all 4 protect smartphone privacy in crowded places, such as in the train or in the bus. Alright, there we go. The first one is the screen blinder scarf, a fashionable scarf which can become an instant screen shield. My second invention is the built-in anti-peek radar, which triggers a fog screen when someone's eyes drift toward your display. The third concept is the cat video screen. Plug in a small external monitor facing outward with intentionally curated audience content, like cat videos. And finally, I'm presenting to you the privacy glasses. Just offer the person peeking on your screen some novelty sunglasses and say, "Here, these will help you not see my screen better." Alright, now I wonder, which concept would you like to invest in? Well, most people decide in a split second, so I guess I can proceed already. Now I'm wondering, how did you arrive at your choice? Some people might say, well, I just knew straight away which one to choose. They rely on their intuition, an important advisor in creative processes. Others might say, I would choose something that is easy to use or something I can imagine using myself. These people add criteria to support their decision. Using criteria can also be a valuable guide in creative processes. Many people start by eliminating the options that feel wrong. In this case, for example, they might dismiss the cat video screen as too complex or the anti-peek radar as too annoying for others. This makes selection feel easier because it narrows the field to just the remaining 2. However, in deliberate creative processes, we avoid discarding options. And why? Because you might also eliminate the truly novel ones. Creative ideas are often difficult to understand at first, and they usually come with flaws. They need time and care before they can be implemented. An idea that seems odd today might become tomorrow's breakthrough. So when selecting from these 4 inventions, the idea should be chosen based on what is good about it, rather than rejected for what is not yet good. And this leads to the most important mindset in converging: affirm first. So spot what makes an idea good before listing its flaws. Did you reject the anti-peek radar because the fog might annoy other passengers? You might have chosen it if you had focused first on what makes the idea strong. For example, eye tracking and proximity sensors already exist in smartphones, and perhaps many users would appreciate a screen that knows when someone is looking over their shoulder. And it might make it an interesting concept to explore further. And maybe later in the process, the fog is replaced with a more elegant solution, such as a screen that is temporarily obscures sensitive content when the sensor is triggered. In short, be critical about what makes an idea good and not just about the risks or imperfections. Another essential ground rule is protect novelty. Creativity equals novelty plus usefulness. During converging, people tend to focus only on what is useful. What can I see myself using? What is feasible? What can we implement? This mindset easily eliminates the new and unfamiliar. And that is why novelty must be protected deliberately. A facilitator might ask, what is excitingly new here? When evaluating an idea like the anti-peak radar. You can also use tools that support novelty, such as joker cards. Each person can advance one idea without explanation. This keeps the door open for unfamiliar ideas to develop further. Let's continue with the next ground rule. Respect the head, heart, and gut. Although emotional responses are often distrusted in science and technical fields, they reflect how people actually make decisions, subconsciously, within seconds. Rational arguments usually follow later. And in fast-paced, converging sessions, there's no time to analyze each option in detail. And that's why you need to invite what is called the hedonic response, an immediate feeling of attraction or interest. After this quick, intuitive pass, you can revisit the strongest option with more analytical reasoning. By balancing intuition, so your guts, emotion, the heart, and logic, the head, you make decisions that also account for the energy and the motivation behind an idea, even when you cannot yet fully explain why. Do you remember which invention gave you that instant yes feeling? Can you recall the energy it evoked? Since any creative idea will require hard work to develop, it is wise to choose one that gives you energy. That emotional engagement, your intrinsic motivation, is a major driver of creativity. Which brings us to our final ground rule. Anticipate action. Converging is not just about picking ideas. It's about preparing for implementation. The group must be willing to act on the ideas it keeps. A facilitator might ask, which idea are you willing to work on or invest in? A strong concept often begins to develop its own momentum. What in synectics is called the autonomy of the object. When a concept begins to pull the team forward, you know you have something interesting. To wrap up, successful converging depends on the right mindset and ground rules. Affirm first, see strengths before weaknesses. Protect novelty, keep unusual ideas alive. Respect head, heart, and gut. Trust intuitive and emotional responses alongside rational thinking. And anticipate action. Choose ideas you are willing to commit to. Follow these rules and your creative process will move forward with solutions that are both novel and useful.